Welcome back to the channel. So if you watched my last video, you would have seen this lot out of the Mercedes. Out with the grey, and in today goes the black. And what better way than to improve the interior, but with new seats. So they're brand new to me, but they're second hand. I've got the rears up there and the fronts there, and I've got the headrests too. So going to be changing all of the seats on the inside, and in them boxes are the black plastics and all the pillars to really finish off the inside of the car to make it all nice and fresh and black and a bit more up to date. I think the pattern on the seats is much nicer than the pattern that was on the grey seats from previous. So if you're watching my last video, you'll see the car looks really old. It just looks really outdated, and it's not for me. The grey isn't my sort of colour. I like the black with a little bit of pattern. Some of you might think, oh, you should have gone leather, but for me, I'm not a big leather fan, so I've gone with these ones. I've also sent the roof lining and the sun visors away because Mercedes never done them in black, but I wanted them black to match all the rest of the interior, so I sent them away, and they're being done in Alcantara, so they should feature back on the channel probably in a couple of videos time. So let's take a quick closer look at the seats, and then we'll crack on with putting the plastics and the seats in. So I started with the driver's seat. This was a little bit fiddly and a little bit awkward with the steering wheel being there, but once I managed to get it in and move it into the right place with the 4 holes of the seat over the 4 holes in the car, I could start from the back of the seat doing the 2 external Torx bolts, and then once they were done I could slide the seat backwards and do the 2 bolts at the front. Again, these are 2 external Torx bolts, and then once they were done up, it was a case of attaching the seat belt to the seat on the side using the 17mm bolt, tightening that up, make sure the seat belt was secure, and once I knew it was secure, I could then go on to put in the cover over the top, which just slid on and clicked in, and the seat was complete. So that's the front seats done. I better move and do the rears. These rear seats actually have just one back section on these rear seats, which if you watch my last video, the grey ones actually had 2 side bolsters to disconnect separately. So these ones are a bit easier to fit by using the 3 tabs which are there. There's 3 located across the top, so you just put the hooks from the top of the seats into these 3 tabs and just bash them down. You have to keep moving from side to side of the car to make sure that you've got them in the correct places. But once you've got them in, bash them down, you then move to the bottom of the seat, which has 2 10mm bolts, one each side. You screw them in, and that screws that bottom part securely to the base of the rear seat belt, so it holds the whole system as one together. And then moving on to the rear bench, this bit's really easy. Just push the belt buckles through the hole, keep wiggling it about, then it should slot into place, and then just push it down on both sides until it clicks. Then that's the back seats done. So that's the grey seats out and the grey carpet out. I think it's a bit of an improvement. What do you think? Drop a comment below and tell me what you think. Yes, I went for the material, not for the leather, but the black carpet and them seats, on the pattern of them seats, I think go really well together. So now the seats are done, it's time to move on and put the plastics in. And it's time for the front black plastic in 3, 2, 1. Empty box. I've got some bits missing. Yes, I made a boo-boo. When I brought this, I thought it was a full black interior, but it turns out I said no to some bits because they were too damaged. So on the hunt for these plastics I go. So I guess while I'm on the hunt for them plastics, time to remove these grey door cards and put the black ones in. So it's a case of undoing the 3 Phillips screws, which is 2 in the handle and 1 underneath a section on the right there, which is underneath an SRS airbag clip, which I'd already previously removed that. There's also one underneath the speaker cover, which I also previously removed that one too. Once these 4 are removed, it's just a case of going around the edge of the door card, unclipping all the clips, and then lifting it up over the window ledge. And once the door card is away from the actual door, it's a case of unhooking the hook from the handle and then pulling the cable out from the mechanism, freeing up the door card to be able to take it out of the car. So now the door card's off, I thought while I'm here, saves you taking the door card back off again. I've got black ones of these that come all the way around the doors, ready to be replaced. So I thought I might as well get rid of the grey ones while I'm here. So these were actually a lot easier than I thought. I was told by previous owners of these that these are pretty brittle and they're quite easy to snap, but I managed to get this one out without snapping it. So they're only held in by two tabs. There's one down the bottom here, and one here, and the rest of it's just tucked under the rubber. And now that's done, time to do the door card, attaching the door handle first. So the rear doors are slightly different. You have to disconnect the electric window plug, and then the mechanism to get the door card off from the handle is a loop which is attached to a rod to the lock. So you just pull it up and lift it out. So there we have it. That's the interior almost done. So don't forget, I need to get them plastic bits, but they will come in a couple of videos time to complete the interior off. But for now, I think that's an improvement on the grey. I think the black door cards with the surrounds to go with the black carpet and the black seats, I just think really top the interior off nicely now. Yes, as you see there, I've got some plastic missing, and I have got the speakers. I'm going to change the speakers, hence why I've not completely finished off the door cards, but we are finished-ish. If you've liked today's video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to drop a comment as well, because I like to hear the feedback that you guys think. But don't forget, more importantly, to subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to be doing a video every week. So there's different cars coming on as well in the next few weeks. So stay tuned, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.